What is the best shape for wide nails? Actually, there are a few options. It depends on the client's preferences and the desired length. In this video, I will show you one of those options, and we're going to use color polygels to transform these nails.
Hello guys, this is Anastasia and this is my client's nails. Let's start with the prep. Push back the cuticles with orange wood stick, and then I'm going to trim the free edge of her natural nails. It's absolutely fine to do it with the scissors, but these are not supposed to be the same scissors you use to trim the cuticles. So these are the separate ones I use only for nails or sometimes for trimming the forms. Then we proceed with a dry manicure and a flame-shaped bit. The client is willing to have a longer nails, but not extremely long, so our options are slightly limited. The best way to correct wide nails is to choose the shape that is tapered towards the free edge. So we have an option of coffin or ballerina shape, almond, oval, or stiletto. Last one is not an option because we are limited to a certain length, so we're going to choose from coffin to oval or almond. After cleaning the sidewalls and the cuticle area, I'm going to push it up, and now it's time to take off the surface shine with 180 grit buffer. This part is super important. You are not supposed to leave any shiny spots. This is how you know if you did the nail prep well. The nails are supposed to turn from glossy to matte ones. And finally, I'm trimming the cuticles with manicure scissors. I get different kinds of comments and opinions about this part of the service. By the way, if for any reason you don't want to do it, you can skip it. But I want to assure you this is absolutely pain-free because we're dealing with a dead tissue. If it feels painful, then you're probably dealing with a live tissue, and we're not supposed to do that. I noticed in some of the recent comments that you guys asked me to show you the entire product application part of this service, because most times I only show you one nail because all the rest is pretty repetitive, so I always thought it's kind of boring. But this time I would like to give you an idea of what it looks like in a real life. So whenever I apply dehydrator, non-acid primer, and now I'm applying base coat, I always apply it on the entire hand, and while it's curing, I'm working on the opposite one. In my tutorials, you can see one nail is done from the beginning to the end just for the sake of time, so I cut out all the repetitive parts. But in the real life, of course, I do each step on each nail because this way it's much faster when doing the entire service. After applying a thin coat of base coat and curing it for 1 minute, it's time to do extensions. We will be using colorful polygels, and we decided to do a shape which is something in between of almond and oval. We will be doing colorful nails, so I'm going to use a different color on each nail as the background. I noticed an interesting paradox when attracting new clients. On my 3rd year of being a nail technician, I wanted to learn more, so I started taking different kinds of classes and learned how to do nail art, extreme shapes. And every time I took a class, I was posting a picture after it because we were practicing on the models. And every time I also did the same nails on myself and also posted a picture. Back then, extreme shapes and long nails were not as popular yet, so they always brought so much attention to my profile, to my pictures. And some new clients started booking appointments with me. And I thought, finally, I get to use all my skills so I can do extremely long nails and try all kinds of nail art. But no, actually majority of these people, they were still doing regular nails, you know, like short red nails, short nude nails, gel overlays, nothing really extreme or creative. Many years has passed since then, and now I understand that this is simply how it works. If you want to drive more attention to your works, to your profile, you're definitely supposed to post something unusual because regular nails, they do not bring much attention. Neon colors, long nails, crystals, crazy nail art, it always stands out compared to regular nails that we see every day. I hope that this trick will be helpful for all the beginner nail technicians, so if you're looking for new clients, you definitely need to post something unusual. Consider posting them not only on social media, but also on booking platforms, such as Chairwatch, which is a kind sponsor of today's video. One of the best features is that you can use not just one, but multiple pictures to display each of your services. So I would definitely add before and after pictures as well as final looks. They have customizable cancellation and late fee windows, protection with no-show settings, mandatory deposit options for each service. You can increase returning customers by allowing them to earn loyalty points each time they book an appointment.
I tried Chairwatch app before and I think they're offering one of the best services for beauty providers. If you would like to try it out, follow the link in the description box.
Meanwhile, I finished the first step, which is foundation, so I used purple color on some nails and on another ones it was pink. And when I'm done, it's time to take off the form. I cured them for 1 minute before, and now we're going to do some art on the top. For this one, I'm going to use 3 colors, pink, yellow, and purple, and we're going to do marble nail. And there's no need to mix them outside of the nail. I mean, why we cannot do it right on top of the nail? So I just randomly mix them, but do not do it too much, because our goal is not to mix the colors between them, but to create a beautiful marble look. I know it looks a bit messy, but try to imagine that now from this point you are working with a regular one color nail. So I use some alcohol on my brush and sculpt the nail, and we will probably have some extra product that we can carefully clean when we're done. I think I really like this colorful pattern that we already have here. It reminds me of some kind of candy bar. When doing design, especially on top of the nail, keep in mind that we're still supposed to follow the structure rules of the nail, which means we're not supposed to apply too much near the cuticle or along the sidewalls. And then we're supposed to cure for 2 minutes. On the next nail, we're going to do a 3-color ombre. And the first color is going to be pink, so I place it right in the middle, and then I'm going to fade it first towards the free edge and then slightly upwards. I think polygels are one of the easiest products to do ombre, especially if it's medium consistency like this one, because it gives you enough time to blend the color and it will not blend too much until you cure it in the lamp. It's not as runny as gel, and it's not curing until you put it in the lamp like acrylic. If you would like to secure the color fade with the second color, then you can cure first before adding the third color. But I have something in mind, so I decided not to do it. So I add the third yellow color straight away right near the cuticle area, and first I work near the cuticle to make sure that it's super thin, and then slightly, without pressing too much, I blend it with the pink color. And now we have something like a sunset colors. If you noticed some annoying bubble at this point, it's better to get rid of them before you cure, because otherwise it's going to be too late. And we can leave them just like an ombre, or we can mix them a little bit more, and now we have like an ombre with marble together, and then we cure. On this nail, we're going to have a simple 2-color ombre, and this is much easier because we can focus on building the structure of the nail right away. We already have a pink foundation, and now we need to build the structure on the top to build the apex with a purple color. I'm not going to use any clear on top, but we could if we wanted to, but these polygels were great just for building the nail, so I decided to skip this step. Then we cure, and this is what we have after product application. Oh my god, what happened? Why are they so fuzzy? This is what happens when you do not take off this sticky layer before letting your client just be by herself for like 5 minutes. So now we need to take off the sticky layer, and to make sure that we also clean all the fuzz and file and shape the nails, I'm going to use 180 grit file. Marble design will require a little bit more filing than usual because we added some extra product on top. However, I still tried to do my best to build the structure so there won't be too much excess product. You can also use electric nail file at this point, but I felt like I will be fine with a regular file because there's not that much to file. So after I'm done with the surface, I also filed the sidewalls and the shape to make sure that it's fully matching. This delicious candy color nail art definitely requires a glossy top coat, but before we do that, we decided to add some nail art with the motivational quotes and stickers. So I'm using a base coat to apply them. Since these are water stickers, they do not stick very well unless we have a sticky surface. So I applied base coat, cured it for 30 seconds, and then I applied these stickers on top of the sticky layer. Using a clear stamper is quite helpful here because I can see exactly where to place this quote. We have start now, you got it, and an arrow on another one. Finally, let's seal it with a glossy top coat, cure for 1 minute, and we're done. Let me guys know what do you think, and most importantly, what do you think about this shape for her nails? Does it suit her well? Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing as I post nail art tutorials just like this one every week. See you in my next one.